Hello everyone, how are you doing today? So I just want to show you something which is for me something pretty interesting because I was working on an iOS project and I just came across the Apple Foundation Models framework, which is kind of LLM but running on your device, and I think it's super interesting for you as well. And today I just want to talk to you about it and also how to integrate it with Flutter. So first, let me show you what is the foundation models in Apple. So here you can see this is the Apple documentation, foundation models, and here what they say is that this is used to perform tasks with the on-device model that specializes in language understanding, structure output, and tool calling. So what you can do is just to provide access to Apple's on-device large language model that powers Apple Intelligence to help you perform intelligent tasks specific to your use case. So what does it mean? This means that you are gonna have a model which is going to reside on your device. It's not going out to the internet. It's not going to provide any data to anyone outside your phone. So it means that it's going to be private and you don't need internet access for this. So these are the two cool things about it. Of course, this is a small language model, so it means that it won't perform any heavy task or anything like that, like something that you could do, for example, with ChatGPT or Gemini on the cloud and so on. But in this case, it's just something, a small model that you can use on your device without risking any data or without Ethernet connection, so you don't need to connect to the network or anything like that. So it's completely private for you. So here we have the documentation from Apple, and yeah, there are some cool things, and yeah, this is super easy to use, by the way. So if you go here to the documentation, this is for generating content and so on. So you can see that these are the capabilities of the model, no? This is summarize, extract entities, understand text. I mean, something pretty simple, all of them, but at the same time, pretty powerful for your device, because this is gonna run on your device. You don't need to go out to the internet or connect to any network, and then you will have all these capabilities on your device. So this is quite good, quite nice, I think. And we can use it in a Flutter project as well, and I'm gonna show you this in just a few minutes, so just stay with me and let's see. So if you go to the pod depth, you will find that there are some packages there. The one that I just gave it a try was this one, the Foundation Models Framework. Is still in beta, and I'm gonna tell you why. But so far I just tried this one and it's working completely fine. So of course the foundation models are only available since iOS 26 and more, and macOS 15. So yeah, let's see. So for example, if I want to integrate this project, the only thing that I need to do is just to add the dependency. So let's try a new project. So I have something here. Okay, let's go for this one. Let's give it a try. And let's import it. Okay, we are fetching the dependency, and let's see how to use it. So if you go to documentation, you would see that for using this model on the iOS side, this is Swift. The only thing that you need to do is just to create a session first, and then from this session you can just let's go a little bit down. From this session you can just give some instructions. These instructions are optional. I'm gonna tell you what are they used for. And then we have the method respond that we can call on this session, and then we can just put here the prompt that we want, and then the AI is gonna respond, and we are gonna get the response from here, and that's it, right? Pretty simple. So the instruction is just to give it the AI a scope. So for example, in this case, they say that suggest 5 related topics, keep them concise, 3 to 7 words, and make sure they build naturally from the person's topic. So it's something that give AI the context of the topics that you are gonna talk in this session with the AI. but it's optional. You don't need to provide it, so it's up to you. And then you have the prompt, of course. This is the question or the sentence, whatever you want to ask to AI or whatever you just want to post, and then AI can respond to it. And yeah, it's so simple, right? So here, if you go to the Flutter package, this package, for setting up for iOS, for example, because the example that I'm gonna show you just for iOS, because the foundation models are just meant to be for iOS. This is working only for iOS devices. So the first thing that you need to do is just to go to iOS build file and then set up the platform to support 26, the version 26, which is the one that supports App Intelligence. And then if I go there, let's go here, let's go to iOS pod file, and then let's just change this line, let's uncomment it, and then just put 26 here. Let's save, and that's it. We don't need to do much here. Yeah, that's it. Then let's go to the package once again, and for setting up this, the things that you can do first is just to check availability. It's just the only thing that you need to do is just to create this instance of the foundation models framework. Then you have this variable with the instance, and then you can check the availability by calling this method, and that's it. Then you have the it's available or not, and you can just check whether you can proceed to have a session, and then create some prompts and got some responses from the AI. So here, this is a basic usage, right? You have the session as we saw in the app documentation. You have the session, you create the session, then in the session you can just give the instructions. These are optional. And then you just create the prompt, pass the prompt to the response method, and then you can just check the error message whether it is null or not. If it is not null, if it is null, it's because there is no error, and then you can just proceed to fetch the content and so on. So let's try to do something like this. What I'm gonna do is just to create a small chat with AI on this Flutter project, and that's it. Let's see. Let's give it a try. So what I'm gonna do is just to write here, because I'm not gonna create everything from scratch. So I'm just gonna tell AI to build the chat for me. So let's say that we want to have like only one page. So let's just write it. So the first thing, build a one page Flutter app here. Flutter app consistent. Let me just make this a little bit smaller, maybe. Yeah, like this one. I cannot modify now, but let's just continue with this bit. Build a one-page Flutter app consisting of a chat with AI. We are gonna have user messages on the right and AI messages on the left. Then we are gonna have a text field to post user messages, and once that's being posted, we need to call a function which is meant to respond to the user message with AI. This function, leave it empty, because I'm gonna provide the functionality for it. Because we are gonna paste here how to set up this section from the foundation model framework package and so on, and then we are gonna implement it ourselves. All right, what else? Once the Okay, let's say that we also need like 3 dots just for a loading state when we are syncing. I mean, not we, but the AI is syncing and waiting for the AI response. While waiting for the AI response, I want to have 3 animated loading dots on the AI messages, and that's it, right? Until we fetch the response. Yeah, let's see what the AI is gonna build. Right, syncing now. Main is completely empty, so everything is gonna be created from scratch. Okay, so yeah, in the meanwhile, let me just show you something, which is this join statement from Google that I saw this morning. Thing is that Google and Apple, they are somehow working together. They have a collaboration, and they said that the Apple Foundation models are gonna be based on Google's Gemini models. So what does this mean? This means that this small language model that we are gonna have on your device that is not going out to the internet or anything is going to be powered by Gemini's models. The same is gonna be done for other models, like for example the ones which are using Siri in this case, but these ones are just in the cloud. But the ones that we are talking about today is just the small language models that we are gonna have in our devices, and these ones as well is going to have the Gemini models. This is just something that I just wanted to share with you, but it doesn't matter for the purpose of this demonstration here in this video, but just for you to know. And then we already have this generated, so let's just keep it as it is and let's see what is being built. Okay, the AI chat. Okay, we have this, and then we have this function that we asked for, which is just for fetching the response, when we have the user message here, and we just have the response after we just call this foundation model from Apple. So let's try to integrate it. So the first thing that we need to do here is just to create this session. I'm not gonna do this for checking availability and so on. I know that my device, if I show you here, this is the simulator, this is iOS 26.1, and this is supporting Apple Intelligence, so we can have the model running on this device without any issues. So let's then create a session for this. Let's open the project once again. Let's create this session. Okay, the session should be created. Let's create it here on init method maybe. Okay, need a state. Okay, let's override this. Okay, and let's create this section. Okay, we need the foundation models. We said that we needed this instance here, and yeah, let's create the instance here. Let's import. Okay, we haven't imported yet the foundation models, but let's import it. Yeah, oh good, we have this section already. And let's go for the suggestion to have this section. Let's remove the final here so we can use this section from the get AI response. Let's import this. Oh no, this is not the section. The section is language model section. All right. And yeah, on init, then we have the section created. Let's close the section here, or dispose. I think this is possible. Yes. And then let's implement the get AI response function. Here, this is just a simulation of the delay and so on. Okay, so let's remove all of this, and now we are gonna have the section. So the second thing that we need to do is just to create the prompt. Well, the prompt is already passed through by the user because this is the user message. So the only thing that we need to do so far is just to called session, and here from session we have a couple of methods. The one that we are interested in is just the response method, and then in this response we have the prompt itself. So we are gonna pass here the user message as the AI is suggesting, and this response is just a feature, so we can just await this. And we are gonna have here a chat response, so final response, and then we have the response. So another thing that we saw here that we can check for the error message. Okay, let's just do the same response, error message. If it is null, it means that there are no errors, and then we can just proceed with the response. All right. So now what we're gonna do is just to add. You can see that the AI here created a list of messages. This chat message consists of text and whether this is a user or not. So in this case, since this is the part corresponding to AI, what we are gonna do is just to add to the messages, add an object of type chat message. But then here in the response, what we are gonna do is just to the response, and then the content, which is the content which is coming from the AI, and we are gonna say that this is not a user, so this is false, and that's it. I think that AI didn't generate any loading dots, or at least I don't see them. Let's see. Loading dots. There are some loading dots, but I don't know where they are. So most probably, okay, we are not taking care of that at the moment. And another thing, it says that the body might complain or continue to return. Okay, it seems that this function should return the because here what we got is just the AI response, and here in this message we already have the the function just to add the message to the messages list. So let's just remove what we did here. The only thing that we need to do here is just to return the response content, and that's it. Let's just keep it simple as that, and let's give it a try now. So if I save the whole project and I just run the project on this device, let's see. Maybe this can take a while. I don't know, maybe it's super fast. But in the meantime, let me show you another package, because this one I haven't tried yet. But this package, the Flutter Local AI, it seems that it supports not only iOS but Android as well, because they are using the Nano Gemini. It's what they say, they are using Gemini Nano just to build a local LLM for Android devices as well. So I guess that you can also use this one, but I haven't given it a try. So if you can do it, it will be great. You can just leave a comment in the comment section, and I will also give it a try later on. So we have here the chat. This is what AI built for us, and let's give it a try now. So if I type something, like for example, this is one of the examples that you can see in one of the Apple documentation pages. How many days are in September? Let's see. Okay, we have the loading dots. September has 30 days. Yeah, it's working fine. And you can ask whatever you want. How are you? How are you? This is pretty simple, but let's say what AI has to say. Thank you for asking. I'm here. I'm ready to help with any question you have. How can I assist you today? Okay, pretty generic. And yeah, that's it. You can see it's pretty easy to integrate with your Flutter project, and also a very good tool because everything is gonna be private. So if let me just give it a try. If I just disconnect from the internet, so let's ask something similar. How many days are in for example February, which is could be 28, could be 29, depending on the year. Or let's say February typically has 28 days, but it has 29 days in a leap year. So it's working fine. You can see no internet connection. Everything is private. You don't spread any information to the internet. And yeah, for me, it's a pretty cool tool, and we can use it now on Flutter as well. Let's maybe create a video in the, I don't know when in the future, if we can just also give it a try with this Nano Gemini using the Flutter local AI package. But so far, at least this one, the foundation models framework, is working really good. And one more thing that I wanted to tell you is that you see that this package is in beta, right? This is because they are working on structured generation. What is a structured generation? Because right now what we see here is just that we send a question or a message or whatever, and then the AI responds with a text, right? This is just a string and that's it. But then if you go to the Apple documentation, you can generate Swift data structure with guided generation. So it means that you can tell the model in which data structure you want to have the response. You know, for example, they put here a cat profile. This is just a struct and let's say that in Flutter we are gonna have a class. This class contains a name, an age, and another field which is the profile. So you want all your responses to stick to this structure. So you won't have like a string, but an object itself containing all this information. So this is pretty cool if you want to have proper data and then react depending on this structured data. So this is something really amazing, but this thing is already working on that. So yeah, let's just give it some time, and most probably we are gonna have something similar in Flutter as well. And yeah, that's it, guys. That's it for today. I just wanted to show you how incredible this tool could be, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and also that you give it a try as well, and just leave some comments on anything that you build with it. So I will be glad to hear from you. So thank you very much, and see you next time.